Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is our first video of HTML, and in this video I'm gonna introduce you to HTML. So this is our introduction to HTML class. So first, you guys must know the full form of HTML. What is the full form of HTML? So HTML basically stands for Hypertext Markup Language. H for hyper, T for text, M for markup, and L for language. So this is basically the full form of HTML. Second point that I have written here is that HTML uses a markup system composed of elements which represent a specific content. It means that every element in HTML represents a specific content. And markup, what do we mean by markup? Markup means that with HTML you declare what is represented to a viewer. It means that anything you see in a website is here all because of HTML. Like if you see a text, if you see a text like this is a web page, if you see these texts, they are all here because of HTML. If you see an image, if you see a video, they are all here because of HTML. And visual representations are defined by CSS, cascading style sheets. You know, there are lots of people who think that anything we see in a website is because of HTML. Yeah, we know that. But the designs, the styles that we see in a website are not because of HTML. We have another language called CSS, cascading style sheets. The designs, the styles, and the visual representations of a website is all made by CSS. And another point that I've got here is HTML is sometimes called a programming language, but it has no logic, so it is a markup language. You know, there are lots of people who think that HTML is a programming language, but actually HTML is not a programming language. It's a markup language. So this is not true. HTML is not a programming language. And now we will talk about the requirements for HTML. Like if someone wants to learn HTML, what are the requirements for him? So the first requirement is a code editor. You must have a code editor and a web browser. Code editor and a web browser. So in market we have got lots of code editors and web browsers. But I think Visual Studio Code is the greatest code editor I've ever seen in my life. So I'm just telling you guys to install Visual Studio Code for yourself. VS Code. You can search it on Google and you can have it. And second, we have a web browser. Web browsers, there are lots of web browsers, but Google Chrome is the greatest web browser if someone wants to start learning HTML. So these were the requirements: a code editor and a web browser. Code editor, you must install Visual Studio Code. And web browser, we have got Google Chrome. So this was our first video of HTML, and this is our end of the class. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next video.